December 7, 1941. Over the U.S. Pearl Harbor, countless Japanese warplanes appeared in the sky above the U.S. military's Pearl Harbor. A bomber dropped a new torpedo. The explosion officially started the U.S.-Japanese war. The Japanese quickly locked on to the battleship Arizona. The bomb penetrated the deck and hit the ammo vent. The next second, a 100-meter column of smoke rose from Pearl Harbor. The famous battleship Arizona sank. The situation in Pearl Harbor was out of control at this point, because the Japanese army has completely gained air superiority. The planes were destroyed before they could take off. Japanese bombers swooped down from a high altitude. 2 more ships were destroyed. The captain of the ship was shot. Before he died, he still instructed Pete. Chef Pete is completely angry. He angrily counterattacked with anti-aircraft guns. Finally, the first Japanese fighter jet, and the civilian population on the land was also bombed. The naval hospitals were full of people. Almost everywhere there was wailing and screaming. All the doctors were very busy, but the Japanese didn't give them a chance. They didn't have any mercy on the hospital either. As the airfield was destroyed, pilots can only go to the backup airport to prepare for takeoff. But as soon as one of the fighters took off, the Japanese shot it up. Luckily, with the support of the ground crews, 2 planes still successfully took off. But as soon as they were ready to counterattack, the Zeros were coming up behind us. Bullets kept whistling from behind. But the tacit cooperation of the U.S. military, causing multiple Japanese fighter jets to collide. They quickly withdrew after a successful blow. They began to counterattack, shot down many Japanese fighters one after another. At this time, Pearl Harbor was still being bombarded. Soldiers were still searching for a way to survive. People in the water were scrambling to escape. Japanese fighter jets have not forgotten to spray wildly on the sea surface. Even if they dived into the water, there was no way to escape the nightmare of being swept by the fire. This is the cruelty of war. At this time, Yamamoto 56 saw that the situation was not right, and ordered a retreat, because he felt that the giant had been awakened. Battleships were sunk. Many sailors were trapped in their boats and died of oxygen deprivation. Floating corpses were everywhere. The whole Pearl Harbor was like an inferno on Earth. The U.S. Pacific Fleet anchored in Pearl Harbor. Out of the 8 main battleships, 4 were sunk by explosions. More than 260 airplanes were destroyed. The U.S. casualties were more than 4,000 people. The entire Pacific Fleet was paralyzed.